It's morning and I'm hungry and I didn't even tell Lynn that I was streaming, but I was about to make myself some breakfast burritos, and since I haven't streamed in a day, I thought it'd been 2 days. No, it's only been 1 day. Anyway, today's gonna be a busy day and I'm not gonna have time for anything, and I was like, you know what? I'm hungry, I'm cooking, why don't I just stream it? So, hello. I've got corn tortillas here. I'm going to fry them up with some olive oil, and then I'm going to make the eggs. I'm just gonna add bacon bits. It's not as good as if you do like real strip bacon, but it's something. I'm hungry, I'm cooking. Welcome to my stream. Let's see. No, I don't want olive oil. That throws the flavor off too much. I'm gonna use avocado oil. But I'm gonna wait till the pan's hot. I gotta wash this hanger. I just love it that, like, I don't know, 2 minutes ago I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stream this, and I just turned it on. That to me is just fun. Maybe I have a strange idea of fun. That's okay. Let me see here. I just do this, then you guys can actually see what I'm doing, maybe? Great. Don't mind my baby screeching in the background. This, I got that. This is clutter, this is clutter, this is clutter. Okay. Well, hello, good morning. Hey, Chris Fred, how you doing? Sorry, babes, I didn't even tell you I was streaming. I was hungry and the tripod was already here, and I just decided I would do a quick stream. Hey, how's it going? I haven't heard from you in forever. What have you been up to? I'm making breakfast burritos for myself. Pan isn't hot yet. I'm getting eggs. Sorry, I tried to come back in time for the chat, but look at these beautiful eggs. I've done so many videos just on how pretty my eggs are. I'm sure people are sick of it by now, but my hens lay very pretty eggs, and they make me happy. Hey, Babu, what's going on? Yes, the eggs. Well, first I'm gonna make these tortillas amazing. It took me forever to learn how to get corn tortillas to like be all like crispy but still bendy without breaking, and I finally have perfected my craft, and I cannot wait to show you. Oops. Clearly I've not perfected the craft of holding multiple eggshells at a time without dropping them. It is a process for sure. Hey, Eternal, how's it going? All right, so this is avocado oil. I like olive oil for things like, I don't know, spaghetti sauce and things that olive oil goes well with. This is breakfast burritos, and I just think olive oil is going to be too overpowering. Avocado oil was actually an accident when I first got it, because my husband thought he was buying olive oil. and yeah, sorry, I'm reading chat at the same time. But I really like how it's more of a nutty flavor and scent than olive oil, which is more, I don't know, I would say like meaty. So I'm turning this burner down. But I put a fair bit of oil in here because I don't want it to stick, and honestly, if you want it to be delicious, then the more oil, the better. Let's see. Let me get a little more lighting in here for you guys. Go. Okay, so I like how it gets all bubbly like this. That means that if I just wanted it to be flexible, then I could just, flip it now. But if I want it to be like crispy on the outside, then I wait a little bit and let it kind of crisp up. Otherwise, if you take corn tortillas, I don't know if you guys are familiar, if you take corn tortillas and you just try to turn them into a taco or a burrito just like this, they will just break and it's miserable. I used to hate corn tortillas until I figured that out. All right, while that's going, I'm gonna scramble these eggs. All right, now that these are starting to lift up here, I don't want them to get too crispy, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip them. You see how they're like brown on the outside? I like that. Maybe some people don't, but to me, that's just the most incredible flavor. Vine Spice Mills, yep. That's true, that's true. This for sure. This one I got from an old job of mine, actually. They were getting rid of it because it had like a tiny, tiny little crack in it. Where is that crack? It's somewhere in here. A tiny little crack. Okay, you can hardly see it. But they were like, nope, tiny little crack, we have to get rid of it. And I was like, I'll take it. And been using it for years. Okay. These are done. So yeah, they're gonna have excess oil on them. I used to try to pat the oil off, and now I just don't even bother. I just kind of accept that if I'm gonna have yummy tortillas, they're gonna be basically like deep fried. But that's either you get the deep fried stuff out and about and pay a lot for it, or you do it at home. Yeah, I've been surprised at how delicious this avocado oil has been. I'm really happy that you accidentally got it. Babe, are you gonna want any breakfast burritos as well? So I could add another egg. I can make more tortillas while I'm at it. This whisk makes me very happy. It's smaller than typical whisks. And it's a lot easier to like flick around because it's so much smaller. Let's see, do we even have, where's one of our full-size ones for comparison? I gotta prove to stream how amazing my whisk is. Here it is. Okay, full size, tiny size. Look at that. This is perfect for scrambled eggs. All right, I'll add another egg. That's my baby squealing in the background. Oh, I heard that. She's just now learning to, tiny is better than not super tiny. Yeah, I agree. No, I have a really tiny one that was like part of my kids' kitchen play set. And, yeah, it's too tiny. I tried using it a couple times. So yeah, my baby is just now learning how to like pull herself up, and so she falls sometimes. But she gets really excited about pulling herself up. Just making sure there's no shells in it from earlier. Okay, so I would put sour cream in my scrambled eggs, but I can't eat sour cream. This is the next best thing. It is so delicious. Unsweetened yogurt alternative is the best thing for sour cream. It really tastes like sour cream. My husband actually prefers it instead of sour cream in a lot of things, which I can't speak to because I can't directly compare. But for scrambled eggs, it works amazing. So I thought these would be done by now, but you see how they're not bubbling up the way that these ones were? That's what tells me that it's not ready to turn yet for the type of doneness that I want. And see how this is crispy, but it's still bendy. That's what I want. So I've turned that burner up. I'll get the bacon bits out. Let's see. Babe, how many burritos do you want?
I'll
one more. That should just go there. These away. I'm excited because last time I made these I didn't have fresh parsley, and this time I do have fresh parsley. I love parsley so much that I am dedicating an entire raised garden bed just to parsley this year. That's going to be really exciting, but I do not have it yet. So for now I have to get it at the store. Okay, well it's kind of bubbling up. There we go. That's good enough. I want this side to get all oily too. This one didn't. See how this one's like, I mean it works, but it's just not as good as when it's like all slathered in oil. Alright, we'll do one more tortilla and then we get to make the eggs. Get all of that oil on you. At our old house, the whole house was like slightly tilted. So when you were cooking, like everything would, everything would go at a tilt. I'm very happy to have level ground here. Just get into the sink beside you, don't mind me. What's everyone else having for breakfast? I had to double check the time because usually I am not this chipper this early. Usually it's like I'm eating breakfast around lunchtime, but last night my baby had 2 3-hour chunks of sleep in a row. So I am feeling like a new woman today because I got 2 3-hour chunks of sleep. Just had lunch. What did you have for lunch? You figured out how to make a Casio e Pepe. What's a Casio e Pepe? What is that? Sorry, I missed the last bit of chat. It goes a little bit fast, and then for YouTube Live, it actually disappears on me. Oh, a pasta. I don't drink coffee. I very occasionally will drink chai tea if I need some caffeine, but I'm not a coffee drinker. Which I grew up in the Seattle area, so to not drink coffee in Seattle is kind of a big deal. These days if someone says, oh, let's just go out for coffee, then I just say sure, and then I just get a hot chocolate. So chocolate, I will eat a lot of chocolate, and sometimes chai tea if I really need the caffeine. But most of my last few years has been without caffeine because of having kids and not wanting to get caffeine into their system. Okay. Oil. It's oiled enough. There's a little sticky spot, but it'll be fine. Alright. Scrambled eggs. Here we come. That's always my favorite part of making scrambled eggs. You go, and it goes, psst. And then, like, sometimes if the pan isn't hot enough, then it doesn't make that sound, and I'm all disappointed. And that means that my scrambled eggs are not going to be all that great. Lim always asks me about my scrambled eggs, and I tell him I gotta move fast, because see, if you don't get that off the pan fast enough, then those eggs are going to burn. So it's always a bit of a race for me to like season it in time. I'm just going to season this with salt and pepper. If I wasn't doing breakfast burritos, I'd probably put some bouquet garni in it. That's one of my favorite things to put in scrambled eggs. But, sorry, my baby's very distracting. But because this will have bacon with it, bouquet garni just doesn't go well with bacon at all. Let me see if I can get the last bit of this out here. Trying not to waste anything. So this is already almost done. In fact, parts of it are done. So let's turn that burner off. I like it until it's just barely not runny anymore. So not liquidy, no liquidy parts, but then like take it off the heat immediately so that it doesn't overcook. That's my favorite way to do scrambled eggs. So I'm just gonna take this out before it cooks more. And that's one thing that I had to learn about cooking too, is that when it's perfect, then remove it completely from heat. And that usually means taking it out of the pan too, even if it wastes another dish. So those are the sacrifices you make in order for food to taste yummy. So, and that pan, okay, I just have to explain this because nobody explained these things to me and I had to learn these things. Okay, so if I were to keep this on the burner, that would keep burning on longer, which means it would start to smell bad, which would ruin my appetite while I was eating. And it'd also be harder to wash off. So I'm taking it off the heat. But I'm not putting cold water on it yet because if it does, it might warp this pan. The higher quality pans don't tend to warp, so I hope it wouldn't warp. But I have experienced enough warped pans to know that that is a real risk, and I do not want to risk that with my pans. So that's why you take it off of heat, but you do not yet put cold water on it. If I really wanted to mess with it, I could put hot water on it, but I don't care that much today. So here's my scrambled eggs. Here is my tortillas that are all delicious. And I feel like a more deluxe plate, so I'm gonna do one of my fancy plates here. My fancy plates that make me happy. So, because this is family, I'm going to use my hands. Hey Ying, good to see you. You are in the rainy city as well. That was tattoo something. I'm sorry, I didn't see your whole name, but it's good to see another person from the rainy city. Has it been raining lately? Because it's been raining here. I'm in Spokane right now. It's driving me bananas that it's been raining so much here. It's like I moved to hopefully get away from some of that. Not all of it, some of it. So I'm just kind of cheating because I have bacon bits, and that's it's not as good. It's not as good as, you know, real bacon, but again, this stream is I'm hungry and I'm making food quickly with what we have. So I like to put bacon bits on it, and then I can have goat cheese. So I'm going to get some of that out. And I'm running out of room here. How are we doing this? This deliciousness, and cheese. Don't mind me, I'm just grabbing things. Alright, this is our cutting board. The other side is dirty. Oh, I was going to put parsley on it too. I was going to think about trying parsley on it. I haven't done parsley on these in the past. But I'm trying to put like something green on, like, with each of my meals. Just trying to get a little bit better at that. But we'll see. I really like it as is with scrambled eggs, bacon bits, and I put cheese on it. I pop it in the microwave for a little bit, and then, you know what? I forgot something. I like to put the cheese on first because it melts better. And then the bacon bits. Sorry, I had to do this right, otherwise it would just really bug me. Because I don't want to overcook the cheese. This is like my lazy way of making breakfast burritos. I don't want to overcook the eggs I'm in. Okay, this is going in the microwave. Do I like living in the eastern part? You know, there's pros and cons. What I don't like here is that it's so rare to step outside and for everything to feel fresh. Here it's considered high desert, so much of the time, everything, just the vibe of it when you step outside kind of feels dusty and dry, and I think that's what I miss most about living on the western side, is just walking out and everything feeling very fresh. Yes, I'm near Coeur d'Alene. I would say I'm maybe about 20 minutes away from Coeur d'Alene. So it's a cool place to be. I really like Coeur d'Alene. All right. Eggs, bacon, cheese, and then what did I add before? I think I added lettuce before. Right, I added lettuce and my version of sour cream, and that was my burrito. Let me see what we have here. So I was thinking about trying parsley. Oh, what about cilantro? Hang on, we have cilantro. I like to do a sniff test to see how would that, okay, there's cilantro. I don't think cilantro would go on it. Let me figure out which greens I'm gonna have here. I think parsley might be a better match. Okay, I'm gonna try some and see. Let's just do this. I cannot wait to grow my own parsley this year. I've done it in previous years. I had a big parsley patch a while back, and they're biennial, so they grow for 2 years. And instead of like an annual, which is only, you replant every year. So I loved it, and then it was done because it only lasted 2 years. But I had so much parsley. Whenever I wanted parsley, I just go out there and pick a bunch. So I think this is going to be amazing. That's breakfast. Well, so good to hang out with you guys. Thank you for coming to my impromptu stream. I was hungry, I made breakfast. You guys joined me. I appreciate it. I love it. Yeah, parsley is a little bit intense for this. I think lettuce, iceberg lettuce might be ideal. But I don't mind it too much. It's still pretty good. Thank you. Enjoy. Bye.